From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They'll run on first down. Beckwith, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a give, right side. Beckwith, and an alley to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready. This is the mic. 97's the mic. Hey, here we go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun. Bolton. Jones has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so When they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buccaneers.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Check.
He can run for it, and he will. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, hold it and get good yardage himself.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's at the 40. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Safe. Go. I got him. That's me. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the slats. Hey, check right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 16-yard line.
Let's get it. Check 55 to Mike. 55 to Mike. I got him. Check 37. Yeah. Mike 55.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike 55. Don't get nervous. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Coming. Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's go. Let's go.
For the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Defense doing their job, really know where to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
65, 65, 65. Hey, check back.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Stay with your man. Mike 55.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Who's that? Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 1st down. Bolton. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Bolton eluding the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Nice,
From the gun, Bolton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Operating from the gun, Bolton. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's a party now. Mike, 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Hey, what's the ball? Hey, check Mike. Will, watch 55.
2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about.
A loss of 16 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check me out. Mike, go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Big stop.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Mike, 55.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
And Lutz's kick is good. And it's now 13-8. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Bolton escaping the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Hoover. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. On 1st and 10, Bolton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Bolton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He completes it to Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field this at the 5. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
There we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't.
On first down, Bolton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
97's the mic. Let's go, B. Big Sears right here. So we got to step it up. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Tighten up.
To throw again. Bolton. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You got 3 down. Check 3.
From the gun, Bolton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, that's good. 55's Mike, guys, 55.
2nd and 14. And he slings one that's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. Rip left, rip left. Swing. Shit.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bolton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Bolton being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 3rd down, Bolton. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Godwin. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
97. Let's go, D. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Hey, tank.
Back to throw. Bolton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Bolton looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Set. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. He don't know no better. 97's the mic. 97.
Throwing on first down. Bolton. This complete to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is Jones. 12 more yards there and another first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They're going to run for it with Jones.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before.
There goes Green. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking to throw. Bolton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Bolton. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Bolton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On fourth down, Bolton letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Right back to him on first down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Ready? 15 on it. 15 on it. Mike. Cover. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 22, check cover. 22, check cover. Banjo. Banjo, banjo.
On second down, Beckwith, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Three bud. Hey, check. Watch it, Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 55. Check 55.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Nice hit, boy.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Bolton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Bolton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Jones. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 198, watch 98. 98's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Undercross.
On 4th down, Bolton looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
There you are. Not today. Jam, 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 jam.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
check 3. It's 3. Check 3. Go. Ball trot. Check 55. Mike. I got that.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Sets up fourth down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and run for it. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Looking to throw. Bolton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And bulldozing his way through. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Ready? 15 on it. 15 on it. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Switch it. 66. Move it. Half. Go. If you kill it, motion me out.
On first down. Beckwith. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for New Orleans, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.